Hi guys, how's it going? Welcome back to another episode of the vlog. I'm really not too good at this uploading a vlog with any kind of regularity. I don't know, life just gets in the way. So apologies, it's been a while since I've had a video up. I'm not going to commit to trying to post a vlog every week or even every month. I'm just going to do it kind of whenever I feel like it, or whenever I have something interesting to share, or some interesting footage, or something going on. But yes, welcome back to the vlog anyway. Thank you for watching again. Before I get stuck in, I'd really appreciate if you hit like on this video. If you're not subscribed to the channel yet, I would really love you to subscribe to the channel. I'm getting close to 1,000 subscribers, which is no mean feat for, you know, a random, very irregular cycling vlog from Northern Ireland. So yeah, if you're not subscribed yet, I'd really appreciate if you subscribe. That would be amazing. I hope everybody's doing well and looking forward to this year's cycling season. It's coming into spring here, at least in the Northern Hemisphere anyway. Sorry if I have any viewers in Australia. But yeah, it's coming into spring and the weather's improving, and cycling season road cycling season is really about to kick off. So I'm excited to get back out on the road a bit more. It's been a long, cold, wet winter here in Northern Ireland, and yeah, I'm excited to get back out on the road. Some of you might be new around here, so I thought to start off vlogs this year, I might just give a rundown of what my gear is for 2023, what bikes I'll be riding, what the setup of them is, and what kind of gear I use for kind of my vlogs and my photography and stuff on the bike as well. If that's of interest to you, great, stick around. If not, thanks for making it this far. I'll maybe see you in the next video. So first up, we have my mountain bike. So I've been riding it through the winter. It is a 2022 Cube analog hardtail. It's size medium. It's a 29er and it's size medium. It has a RockShox duty fork with 100mm of travel. It has Alex ZX20 rims. I think they're Cube's own rims. On the bike, it's not set up as tubeless yet. They aren't tubeless compatible wheels as far as I know. If anybody knows how to set up tubeless on non-tubeless compatible wheels, let me know in the comments. That would be really helpful. Otherwise I might have to get tubeless wheels at some point. But yeah, not set up as tubeless yet, but I will at some point set the mountain bike up as tubeless. I've had a couple of upgrades to the Cube mountain bike since I originally got it. So I have added a Brand X dropper post. That was one of the best things I could have done actually for single track and for kind of trail riding. The dropper post is really good. I have also upgraded the brake set on it from the Clark's brakes that were on it to Shimano Dior brake set. I mean, really, I mostly upgraded the brake set because I broke the previous brakes. If you've watched my last video, my mountain bike video in Castlewellan, you'll see that I crashed the bike and snapped the brake lever. So rather than just replace the brake lever, I just replaced the whole brake set with a slightly better brake set. So it has the Shimano Dior brake set on it now. In terms of grip set, it is a SRAM Eagle 1x. So it's got a 32 chainring at the front, and then has a 12-speed 11 to 50 cassette on the back. So next up is my gravel bike. My gravel bike I actually originally bought as a bike for my wife. I kind of bought it so that she could have a bike as well, because I have multiple bikes. My kids have their own bikes, but my wife didn't have a bike, so I bought her a bike that hopefully she could use, and then I could also use it for gravel and that sort of thing as well. But actually it's slightly too big for her, and she doesn't really like the road position, the kind of drop bars and whatnot of the gravel bike. So conveniently I now have a gravel bike. Some people who are a bit more cynical might say that I bought the gravel bike with that intention in the first place. I disagree. I genuinely did buy it for her, but it didn't pan out. So my gravel bike is a Fuji Jari 2.5 and 2021 bike. It's size 52, I think. So I use it kind of as a gravel bike. you know, again, mostly through the winter, doing kind of some gravel around Northern Ireland. There isn't loads here, but there's a bit. But also it's really handy as a winter road bike. It's heavier. I think it weighs in at like 13 kilos or something. It's definitely a heavier bike, and it's got 37mm tires on it. So it's yeah, it's a good workout during riding it during the winter. It's got 46/30 chainring on the front, and 11/34 on the rear. Shimano Tektro brakes, and then a mix of Claris and Altus grip set. It's got a Wilderness Trail Bikes kind of 700C, not 650B, 700C wheel set, which is tubeless compatible. And I do plan to set that up tubeless at some point. I need to put rim tape and stuff on there and get that set up. Again, I don't at the moment have it set up tubeless, but I will set it up tubeless soon. It's also a handy bike for bike packing, and actually all being well, towards the end of April, myself and my mate Stephen are going on a little bike packing trip to Isla and Jura, so watch out for that. There will definitely be a video of that on my channel and on Stephen's channel as well. So yeah, that's my gravel bike. Next up is my indoor trainer bike. Now this bike is the first carbon frame bike that I owned. I did have a bike before that. I had a B-Twin Triban 3 from Decathlon, which was the first bike that I had when I kind of really got into cycling. I mean, I did have bikes as a kid growing up, but the B-Twin from Decathlon was when I kind of got back into road cycling and stuff. And then I sold the B-Twin and I bought this carbon frame bike. It's a Mech Poggio 3. And it has taken me on many adventures. Cycled kind of in Scotland. I've taken it to Isla. I've cycled around Wales on it. I've cycled all over Northern Ireland. I've cycled the Republic of Ireland. It was actually the bike that I crashed on a perfectly straight, flat bit of road and broke my wrist. So yeah, I've got an emotional attachment to my Mech Poggio. So I didn't sell it when I upgraded to a Canyon. I kept the Mech, and it now stays on the trainer pretty much all year round. I have it on a Tax Flux S trainer, which is the trainer again that I've had for years. It's perfect for my needs. I'm not super into indoor turbo training. I kind of Zwift through the winter. I use Spoked as an app through the winter, but come spring, summer, I'm outdoors as much as possible. So it stays on the indoor trainer setup all the time. I've got in terms of my indoor training setup, I also have just like a training mat set down. I have a training table that I can put my laptop on, I can put food on, iPad if I want to watch something, my drinks, all that kind of stuff. And I've got it set up right beside a window in my office so that when it's too warm I can open the office window. I also have a fan underneath the table set up on a smart plug, so I can switch it on or off with my watch or with my phone or even with my voice. And that's kind of my indoor training setup, and that's the bike that I use on the indoor trainer. Okay, my final bike for now. My final bike is my pride and joy when it comes to my bikes. It's my Canyon Ultimate CF SL8 Disc Di2. I've done a couple of videos on it already, so you can go back and you can watch those videos again if you want to know more about the specifics of the Canyon. I have made a couple of changes since last year on the Canyon. This is it up on the wall behind me, by the way. I have made a couple of upgrades, a couple of tweaks, nothing major to the Canyon since last year. First up, I have got a set of Favero Asioma Duo power meter pedals. So combined with my Garmin head unit, I can now monitor my power and kind of train to power and that sort of thing. So that's really useful. I've got the power meter pedals. Last year, you may remember, a couple of years ago, I was running Schwalbe Pro 1 TT tan sidewall tires. What I didn't realize at the time when I bought them is that the Pro 1 TT really are a race day tire. They're very thin. There's not loads of puncture protection. They're designed for the day of a race, and that's it. So I'm now running the Schwalbe Pro 1 Evo tan sidewall tires. They are more puncture resistant, more for just everyday riding. So I've got those set up, and I've got those set up tubeless on my VEL RSL 50mm carbon rims. Again, I've videos on the wheels if you want to see that video. You can go back and watch that as well. So yes, I've upgraded the pedals to be power meter pedals. I've put the new tyres on, the Schwalbe Pro and Evo tyres, and final thing I've done is I've got a new chain. I've got a KMC gold chain. I went for a gold chain because it looks kind of cool. That's a bit vain, but yes, it looks cool. But the other thing with the new chain is I'm using chain wax on it rather than lube. So apparently chain wax gives you, if you use a properly waxed chain, it gives you additional power. You save some watts when you're riding. I'm not so concerned about the watt saving, but the real benefit of the chain is cleanliness. I take the chain off every couple of weeks, drop it in a slow cooker on top of the wax, turn it on for an hour or so. When it's done, lift it out, let it drip, dry, put it back on the bike. Get a little bit of sort of wax comes off it for the first couple of rides, but then it's good for, if it's dry, it's good for kind of a few hundred kilometers, and then I just drop it in the slow cooker with the wax again. And honestly, the chain wax from a cleanliness perspective is brilliant, and I'm completely sold on it from that perspective. I have it on my Canyon. I haven't put it onto my trainer bike or my mountain bike or gravel bike yet. I probably will, because I want to test how it works in the wet as well as in the dry. So yeah, highly recommend the wax. This video is not in any way sponsored by the wax, and this is not a paid promotion, but I did help build the website for my friend who sells the wax. It's GLF Wax. And it's from County Antrim here in Northern Ireland. So I've put a link down below. You can go, you can check it out, you can have a little look at it. Again, like I say, not sponsored, but he did give me the wax for free because I helped him build his website, so full disclosure. And then the final thing I want to talk about is the gear I use to make my YouTube videos and my photos and that sort of thing. So for a lot of rides I just go out with my iPhone. That's fine, that's all I take with me. Up to now, as well as that, I've been using my Fuji X-T4, which is what I'm shooting this vlog on right now. So that's my main camera for high quality footage. I really need to take it out on the bike with me when the weather is ideal, when it's going to be mostly dry weather. It is weather sealed, it's weatherproof, but even at that I only take it out really in good weather. I have also been using my DJI Osmo action camera, it's like a GoPro. I've been using that and it's been really good. I'm probably going to change it for a GoPro at some point soon, but yeah, I've been using that. But a couple of new bits of kit that I've got for photos and for videos is I've traded in my original DJI Mavic Pro drone, and I got the DJI Mini 3 Pro. Brilliant drone, same specs basically as the Mavic Pro that I had, but in a much smaller package, so like I can take that out on the bike with me really easily to get some drone footage. The only downside with it is the controller is nearly twice the size of the drone actually, and I haven't really found a good way to take the controller on the bike with me. I mean, I can kind of wedge it into a bag, a saddle bag or a frame bag or something, but if anybody else takes their drone on their bike and you have one of the big DJI controllers, let me know how you carry it on the bike. That would be really helpful. The other thing I've been using recently is an Insta360 Go2, and I find it's really good for mountain biking and good for on the bike footage because it has the flow state stabilization, everything is really good. But the Insta360 Go2 was only actually a 180-degree camera and wasn't super high quality. It was really tiny, but it wasn't super high quality and the battery drained very quickly. So I have now upgraded to an Insta360 X3, which is going to have a much better battery life, and it's a full 360 camera if I want to use it. And it's much higher quality, higher resolution video. So that's the gear I'm going to be using for making photos and videos on the bike this year. So that's it, that's all my gear for this year, for 2023. Hopefully you found that interesting, hopefully you found it helpful. If you did, please leave me a comment down below, ask me any questions you want. If you have any questions, anything you want to know, leave me a comment down below. I'll do my best to answer your questions. I do also have a few adventures coming up this year. So like I say, I'm going to Isla and Jura for a bit of bikepacking and camping, so I'll probably do a vlog on that. Actually next weekend, all being well, I'm heading to Mallorca for a week-long cycling holiday, a family holiday, where I plan to do a few days of cycling. I am also going to cycle from Northern Ireland over to Glasgow to the World Championships in August to watch those. So yeah, look, keep an eye on the vlog for adventures over this year. And you know, you can follow me on Instagram. I post to Instagram more regularly than I do post to YouTube. So yeah, Instagram links and all the stuff is linked down below in the description. As always guys, thank you so much for watching. Please hit like if you've enjoyed this video or found it helpful. Leave me a comment, ask me any questions, and please don't forget to subscribe. I would really appreciate it. I would love to get to 1,000 subscribers this year, and I'm so close. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video.